Hello, welcome to the podcast, and I could not get into the podcast without mentioning my friends and my sponsors for CS Custom Blinds. I just came up with that jingle right now. They are the preferred authorized sunsetter dealer. If you don't know what a sunsetter is, the phrase goes, life is better under a sunsetter. Think about it, a retractable shade. You get to reclaim your space. Colorado is known for having these wonderful outdoor views, but guess what? It also bakes you in the process. That's where a sunsetter comes into play. Over 1 million satisfied customers with a sunsetter cannot be a lie. Unobstructed views, cool shade, and UV protection because you want to protect that skin you're in. So life truly is better when you're shady. Call today for your free in-home estimate, 719-344-2799, or visit them online at cscustomblinds.com, and I'll give you that phone number one more time, 719-344-2799. CS Custom Blinds, Colorado owned for your Colorado home. Now, DJ, drop that beat. Bobby's Podcast. Let's get into the podcast, shall we? Christy Brinkley, you know her as the Uptown Girl. She says she hesitated to include stories of Billy Joel's drinking problems in her new memoir. Who knew? I know he's a big smoker, but well, I guess they go hand in hand. She says, quote, it demonstrates what I was up against. I was 100% dedicated to Billy, but I never told anybody about our issues, not even my friends. That's the worst when you suffer in silence. So props to her for being a brave, strong woman. Rob Reiner explained why the most famous scene in Misery, which you've not seen, is a really, really good movie with Kathy Bates, doesn't match the book. It's because Stephen King, in the novel, Kathy Bates' character chops off the guy's feet. But Rob changed it to be breaking both ankles because he wanted the character to show growth by the end, and it seemed hard to do if he was literally kind of in pieces without feet. I think that was a good character call because it's still pretty effective. I mean, that scene is like, cringe to watch. The director to Freakier Friday begged OG Freaky Friday star Jodie Foster to do a cameo, but she declined. Quote, she's not going to do it. Honestly, we tried everything, but hey, we got Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan. And I don't know if you've been paying attention to Lindsay Lohan, but Mean Girls turns 21 years old, which is hard to believe. But Lindsay looks better than she has since like Mean Girls. So she's back, baby. Martin Short, to me, who is a comedy legend and an icon. I love him, SNL alumni. He does a character named Jiminy Glick, which is really, really funny. Look it up if you get a chance. But anyway, he will host yet another revival of The Match Game. There's no word yet on who the panelists may be or even when it might premiere, but if Martin Short's in it, I know it's going to be funny, and I love him. I don't know if you ever saw the picture of Michael Jackson and Freddie Mercury in the studio together. They were evidently recording a song, but Freddie Mercury called it quits on the joint recording session with Michael because it was at Michael's home studio way back in 1983, and Michael brought his pet llama in, and Freddie was not going to record with the llama in the studio. Maybe he was allergic. And just in time for Mother's Day, Billboard compiled a list of Mother's Day playlists that you should be including if you want to make a mixtape or playlist for mom, since it's, we're in the streaming age. The Best Day by Taylor Swift made the list. Mama Like the Roses by Elvis Presley. I've not heard any of these songs. And John Lennon's Mother. But I would like to add Celine Dion's song, Mama, because it is such a good song. It came out on the album that Titanic, My Heart Will Go On. And she's like, Mama, you gave life to me, turned a baby into a lady. Anyway, the song is very, very sad because Mama dies at the end of the song. So maybe don't put that on the playlist. Thank you for watching another episode of Bobby's Podcast, wherever you watch it or get your streaming. I appreciate it very, very much. Go to bobbyadon.com for all my links, which, by the way, there's a new article up there. Shout out to Allison Danielle and Stellar Propeller Studio for having me to do an interview. There's a photo shoot and a really cool interview, and it was fun to talk about radio and my life past radio, now doing the podcast. So check it out, bobbyadon.com. Bobby's Podcast.